y'all, welcome back to my channel. So right now, whoever I'm staying with, we're going through some paint samples above my head. So painting the house, revamping, new projects. I am doing more of the spiritual design work now with my website. That's something that I am pursuing. Trying to bring the soul back into the home, back into how we live, sustainability, eco-friendly materials, moving towards being more eco-conscious. Okay, so anyway, any messages coming through for the collective for today? All right, right now it feels positive. It feels like a lot of stuff is getting cleaned up and coming to light. We have a Seven of Swords reversed with some more information coming to light. There's like a lot of flies around me right now. The flies are out, you know, it's like Lord of the Flies. That's the energy right now. I delight in everything in my world and divine joy fills me. Okay, so that's coming in really, really strong. I've been getting that they have been blocking like divine unions from happening, and then they've been like taking those unions for themselves, okay? Whoever's part of this type of warfare, okay? But I am also getting that the more we stand in our power and the more we take back what is ours, specifically our contracts, our soul contracts, our divine contracts, that they can't interfere anymore. So if you've been guided to do any type of soul contract clearing, any type of even twin flame clearing, cord clearings, etc., definitely follow through with it, because the more energies that are standing in their power and not allowing anything to come in the way of their divine contracts is going to help the collective energies, okay, in terms of them getting into what is sacred, essentially. I mean, I'm just seeing us almost as if we are our own barrier in some way. So we have to continue standing our ground, going within our heart, within our soul, to protect ourselves from this darkness. There's no point in talking about how dark they are right now, because it just adds to their energies and puts us in fear. But we have to just keep sending it to the lights. Keep send it. If there is anything that comes in that feels dark, just, you know, send it to God, send it to a higher power, just send it out, okay? And that's what's going to help usher in what feels like is a new beginning. So those are the messages that are coming in right now. I don't feel like there's anything else that is coming through. I do feel like there are, like I said, there are these kind of soul contracts or divine contracts coming in through some type of unions, but I just don't know if those unions are, how fast they're coming in. But I feel like we're cleaning up the energies to allow them to come in. So any type of false light, false twin, AI, anything that has come in the way of a true divine union is probably getting cleaned up right now, and is coming out of some mucky energies. Five of Wands reversed. So, but it doesn't feel like, I feel like their unions are trying to get cleaned up. I mean, like I can feel them. They're in the vicinity and they've been under some kind of attack, but I feel like they are getting cleaned up in some way, but they're not there. Like, I'm not feeling them there. Like, they're not in yet. So I think the fastest way for us, like I said, to continue clearing these energies is to move into happier energies altogether and what fills us up. And then also, it said inspiration. So what inspires you? So I just opened with some paint samples and like completely changing the color of this house. Okay, so what is it that inspires you? Is it something that, you know, yeah, it's like, what are you passionate about? Because your passions lead you back to yourself, okay? They lead you back to your soul. And the closer you can get to your soul is the closer you'll get to a divine union. So oftentimes our jobs are barriers to our soul because we believe that that's the only way we can make money, but it's not actually like helping us get closer to ourselves. It's actually like moving us away from ourselves. So what's moving us toward ourselves? What are we passionate about? What makes us happy? You don't have to necessarily define it. Like right now, I mean, I was talking to someone who recently who specializes in eco villages. That really lit me up. Okay, that was something I was really like passionate about. I didn't really even know the term eco village existed. Okay, I have always been guided from my spirit team to create earth homes, okay, and earth schools. That's what I was kind of looking at. I was envisioning like this clay type of earth home that felt almost like similar to an indigenous type of living. But the idea of these eco villages that exist, okay, I was being guided that there are successful ones in Ithaca, and that intrigued me. I also didn't know that there was a religious aspect to these villages. That's something I want to learn more about. I want to understand what that is. For me, I feel like I would not want a religious element other than something that really just leads us back to Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, our soul, our intuition, our guidance. My camera just cut out. Following our guidance. So that's kind of where I would want it to go, away from religion, away from control. I think, you know, for me, I feel like a successful community would be having shared goals, okay? And those goals are not to control and to own one another, okay? I think it would be more about virtue and ethics and respect and sharing and honoring one another. So I feel that maybe this is stuff that is going to start coming up for a lot of people, because I'm getting these messages of returning back to earth, back to home, back to our original soul missions, okay? I was also getting messages that many of us were answered prayers to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, and that was part of why we came here, why we incarnated, and remembering that, remembering why we are here. I was very guided to create the Love Garden a couple of years back, and I felt like everything that could go wrong with it was going wrong, and eventually I like took it as a sign that it just wasn't meant to happen. A film crew came in and destroyed the garden when it was like just starting to bud, and it would take another 3 to 4 months for the garden to come back. Like, it was like intense rains, the vibe wasn't right with my partner, like everything just didn't feel like it was syncing up. In hindsight, perhaps that was just a really good learning experience, you know, in terms of what needs to be in alignment, and when, you know, where people have to be maybe energetically in order to create a community. You know, people have to be in the right frame of mind. They have to be in a, you know, have probably done a certain amount of inner work or inner child healing on themselves, where they're not in this constant negative space all the time, you know, like they're open and they're chill and they're, you know, they're willing to work and figure things out and things like that. You know, the personalities, I think a lot of us living in accordance to Mother Gaia comes to a lot of the inner work, inner child work, okay? You know, you're gonna have a community, and if people are having like raging and they're selfish or they're in judgment, or you know, they're having temper tantrums and stuff all day long, it's gonna affect the community, right? I think a lot of like inner work goes into having a successful, sustainable community. And there is a soul aspect to it. I know, doing soul work on yourself. There is a spiritual aspect to it. You know, I know that there was something that I had seen on a documentary a while ago, that there was a tribe in Africa, and if one person was acting out, the entire tribe would kind of bring them in to celebrate them and to heal them and things like that. That essentially is what you would have to do, because, you know, one person can mess up an entire community, honestly, if they are unhealed and are wounded, okay? They have a big impact on stressing people out. So I do think that is a component to our healing as we evolve and move forward, is the inner work and how we see things. But if you think of that, that is in itself, like that is its own blueprint, you know, for humanity. It's like a microcosm for humanity. You take one community and you look at it and how successful it is and what works and what doesn't work, and you freaking look at that as almost like it is a microcosm of the universe. And we've done, I mean, there's been a lot of reality shows about that. I was on my own reality show. I was on I Caveman. I had to live in a community outside, okay? I had to live in a teepee. I had to wear bear skins and moccasins, and I don't remember, it was like 8 or 12 of us, and we all had to get along, okay? And if there was one thing that I did learn, there was one personality that was causing some ruckus, okay, within that small group, and that's like a small group of 12. But again, it is a microcosm, and so many of us just had to like just deter or pull back from the drama so we didn't get wrapped into it. And over time, over like the third or fourth day, they started to like chill out and try to almost, I don't know, blend in with the rest of the personalities. And then as the struggles continued, obviously there was a lot of problems with food and things like that. And you know, I would say towards the end, I probably became more the problem personality because I was starving to death, and my whole tribe wanted to move us, you know, 1.5 miles somewhere else where there was no guarantee of food, and it was like mosquito ridden, and I just thought that was just not right. Okay, so anyways, so I guess there's always going to be these things that come up within these type of, you know, communities or eco villages. But all in all, I feel like we still got through it, and we bonded more than I would think the average castmates would bond, because of the hell that we endured together, you know, starving and eating dandelions and stuff with dirt in them. So yeah, all in all, I think it's interesting, and it's coming up for a reason. So whatever you are finding yourself drawn to, or just wanting to research, or you just find a new passion for, definitely just getting this community aspect element, sharing food, giving that as part of when you ascend, you essentially want to share in your experiences. There is this component of wanting to, you know, be a part of one another's lives and moving away from this isolation energy. So whatever it is, like music, I'm seeing someone playing music right now. Whatever brings them joy, what brings your soul joy, it brings other people joy to watch people enjoy, okay? Part of what brings you passion brings other people passion as well. So your passions are a tipping point for other people. So something to note. So I hope you find these messages well. I am sending you guys so much love and blessings. If you want to go to my website, you can go to soulpath.me, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.